What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to the channel ANDERZÉN. In today's video, you're probably going to see a few miscellaneous things, but the overall objective of today's video is to get the DTM mirrors installed. So this will kind of transition into the first day. I was doing a couple little miscellaneous items, maintenance things, and doing the templates for the mirrors. Then after that, you'll see what I'm going to do today and finishing up the actual installation of the mirrors themselves. So let's go ahead and get into it. Right now, I'm just going to be doing some miscellaneous maintenance. As you can see, this thing is shot, so I'm going to replace this. This is the cabin filter that sits on top of the battery. I'm going to take off one of the mirrors and get a cardboard template made for the plates, and then I'll take a piece of aluminum to work with me. We have a bandsaw there, so I'll cut out those shapes on the bandsaw, and then we'll be able to hook up those DTM style mirrors. So I will go ahead and take this mirror off. And the way you do it is basically you pop this back, and inside of here there's a little tab. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a tab basically on that right side in between. There's a little tab that you can hit with a screwdriver. You press it in and it will allow this cover to come off. After the cover comes off, you can see here, there are, I think there's like 3 T30 or so Torx heads, and that is what connects the actual housing to the door. On the inside, there's literally just this cover that pops off, I believe. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. All right, so cover is off. So literally I just popped it out. Looks like it has not really clips, but like kind of retainers on each side. So those will go in the grooves like that. And it slips under just a tiny bit into that little crevice right there. So this is what holds the door tweeter. And you can see, can't really get to anything from the back side here because this little lip here. So it'll be interesting to see what exactly it looks like on the other side with the mirror off. So let's go ahead and do that and see what it looks like. All right, so there's that little tab. Like I was saying, you basically get the screwdriver on this side of it and push it forward. It's actually, you can see it better with this. Basically get in between right there and pull it forward. You can see it's out now. When it's actually sitting on, that's what makes it attach to, whoops, that part right there over here. So now that those are off, you can see we got one, probably a T30 up top, and then 2 and 3. So mirror's off. I could either, undo all the electrical connections on the actual mirror itself, which looks kind of tedious. I can probably get to everything, I think. Or I could try to do it from the door, but it looks like it goes quite a ways into the actual door panel, which I'd have to take the whole door panel off. And for this, I'm just trying to make the plates mock up, basically, like I said. So I can easily do that while this wire is hanging out. So I'm just kind of leaving this hanging here, leave it be. And it's pretty stable. So this thing's not very heavy. It's not tugging on the wires like crazy or anything. So I am gonna try to make a template. And if you guys don't remember, I don't know where they are right now, they're right here. The mirrors that I'm going to use, I think those would be for the driver's side, yep. So it would be something like that. So I guess you can try to imagine. And these are actually motorcycle mirrors. So I was looking online for a long time, like, thinking about maybe running the APR styles, the carbon ones, or whatever else. But after looking around, I found out that they make a lot of different style motorcycle mirrors, and I wanted something as close to the DTM ones as possible. And if you look at the DTM shape, it's almost this exact same shape. It's kind of like a bullet shape almost. So subtle variation in this one, but very similar. And I thought it would look pretty good on the car. So yeah, if I had another person here, I would have them hold this up and get further back. But you can kind of get a sense for what it would look like. I can tell you standing in person here and kind of leaving them. Maybe I could try to position this thing in here, get it to stay. Maybe not, but it'll be about that far out. And this is nice because I was worried about this back part being too long, but it looks like we have just enough room for it to clear and it'll still be sitting on top of the plate. So my plan is make a plate that will just use these same factory holes for it, and then we'll drill a hole in the center for this to actually go in. You can see it sits on this side. The last nut that you see on there is where it actually will sit in, and then it's got rubber mounting on both sides. This other nut portion is for adjusting the actual mirror itself. So that's cool. That'll still be on the outside, so I'll be able to adjust the mirror where I need to, because they're going to be, you know, fixed mirrors. I'm not going to have power anymore, which is fine. But yeah, these assemblies, this is probably like, I don't know, a pound or two, and this is probably, I don't know, maybe 5-6 pounds. So a little bit of weight saving and a lot of it is cool. All right, making use of the box I just got. So the template I'm gonna try to make is gonna live inside of this line here itself. And then I'll probably try to get a piece of rubber gasket and cut it out to the same size that will sit underneath the piece of aluminum and get sandwiched in between. That way it's watertight. Or I can also put, you know, like a bead of silicone, might be easier. Something inside of there to keep it watertight. All right guys, so I'll be honest, I feel like a big brain right now, but I'm not. This is definitely not the first time somebody's done this. I just thought of this. I'm sure it's a thing, but it was much easier doing it this way. I just taped everything down and then drew a line, and now I'll just basically cut a slit at the bottom here, and I'll be able to take this tape template off and then transfer over to the paper or cardboard, whatever I want to do. So probably just a paper, I'll probably just tape it straight onto the cardboard piece that I have, and we should be fairly accurate with what we're going to do. And the good thing is, once I get like the basic shape out in aluminum, you know, you can always, you know, trim down edges by a minuscule amount if you need to get it to sit flush in there. So I think we should have something good here. All right, transferred it onto the cardboard roughly, and we'll cut this out and see how well it lines up. All right guys, so there it is. Pretty dang close. Just cut out a little relief, but I still have that flap underneath there, so when I'm actually cutting it, I can keep that on. But the bottom edge is easy because it's a straight edge. The only thing I'll need to fix when I'm actually cutting is this portion over here. I kind of janked it up a little bit so it's not a smooth curve, but I'll know to correct that when I'm actually cutting it out of the aluminum. And as long as these are, you know, relatively close to this pattern, then it should fit nice and flush in here. So I think we got a good template to work with. All right, and here's the aluminum sheet I'll be using. Not super thick, but strong enough. Should be totally fine to use. Okay, mirror's back on. I'm gonna go ahead and slide the cover on. Pretty much just slip things into place. If I remember correctly. There it goes. Alright, I would say she definitely got a little more pickup. I felt great. It felt very, very good. All right, guys, so we are here. We got the mirrors ready. And what you guys didn't see or might have saw a quick clip of me making these. These are the mirror plates that you saw, the aluminum sheet, before these were cut out. The most important thing that we're taking care of today is finding out the bolt hole locations and then actually rigging up the mirrors. The sheet actually that these are laying on, this is like a silicone rubber gasket sheet that I'm gonna cut out to the shape of these so I can run it and have kind of a watertight seal. So anyways, let me pull these mirrors off and we'll go ahead and get to work. All right guys, so I got the mirror off and I kind of figured I would end up having to do this to actually take the wiring out. So the mirror is connected with a harness. Some of the W203s actually have like a little plug right here that you can undo, and that would make it really easy because you could just tuck it back in that space, but I'm gonna do it proper since it's wired like this, and I ended up taking off the door panel, and I'm going to in a second. To do this, it's actually really easy, so I figured it was worth it to just do it. There's a T15 or T20 over here. Behind the little SRS, there's a T30, and then you undo the front part of the handle. Just get something, you know, gentle, pry tool in there and pry this off. And inside of there is gonna be two T30s on each one, and they can't fall back because they have, like, you know, they're captive, so they'll stay there. And then after that, make sure your little tweeter cover is off. So that's pretty easy, just pry it off this way. And then the rest of it is just all clips around it. So if you have the kind of mushroom style locking things, definitely take them off because they'll get caught. I have this style, which are all cylindrical. I don't think it would have been an issue, but I just took it off just in case. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of pop it off now, and I'll show you guys the plugs that are behind there. I'm not gonna take the door panel all the way off because I just need to unplug everything and let it kind of fall out. So, all right, so door panel is hanging off. The last little bit, once you get it like all the way started, it'll pop off like all on the bottom first. Then you have to kind of pry up on this upper lip. I rolled the window down just to make it easier. And you just kind of pry it up and you'll see it start to come off. It's kind of the last part it gets stuck on. So anyways, behind here, I don't know how well I'll be able to show you on camera. Let me try to, I'm trying to figure out a way I can hold this up while I show you guys. Let's try like that. You can see right here behind that little foam insulation are all the little connectors for the mirror. So I'm gonna go through and unplug what I need to, and then this will be able to pull out from that side. All right, door panels back on. That was super easy. I'm glad I got that experience. I hadn't taken the door panels off in this car yet. Really, really easy. So nice to know in the future when I wanna take them off, maybe pull all those speakers out for a little bit of weight savings, and you know, take a look maybe down the line of doing some door cards. So anyways, we'll move on. Got to drill the plates, test out on this side, and then we'll move on to the other side. All right, good news so far. Cut these right about the perfect size. They'll have a little bit of gasket behind there too, which will be nice. And yeah, they look really good, fit in there nice. So let's go for it, start marking our holes. All right guys, so after a bit of a fail, we have a mirror delete. This was not the easiest to try to get these lined up properly. So this is basically trial version 1. I'm gonna have to cut out another plate at least because they're just not lining up quite right the way I cut them. All right guys, so it's a few days later. I'm gonna try to work quick right now. I have a couple extra plates that I cut out, and I'm gonna pull this one off, get the measurements, make sure I got them correct, and start pulling everything off from the passenger side. All right, we're making quick work so far. I got this door panel off and on in about 5 minutes. Got the mirror out. Undid the wiring, sitting right there. So now that I got this out, I'm going to take off the other side's mirror, mock up the new plates I have, make sure the holes are all in the right spots. I got 2 extras in case I mess up, but should be able to line it up pretty closely based off of this one that we have here. This one's really close, but you can see I just drilled a little too far up the first time on this one, so I'll make sure to get it closer to the bottom of the hole. And besides that, we should be good. All right, guys, we got it done this time. Holes all lined up. Everything was good. Came close in a couple spots, but just clearing some out a little bit, and fits totally fine. So got the middle holes drilled. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this with some of this roll bar and chassis paint. It's self-priming and it's supposed to be pretty durable because it's made to get kind of bumped up again. So we'll see how it turns out. If I don't like the color, I can always sand it off and redo it. So anyways, get these painted and mount them up. All right, guys, real life right now. I had a meeting pop up, but trying to get this done. So got the plates painted. I'm gonna put one more coat on them, but I'm also painting all the hardware just so it matches and doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. So here's the plates where they're at now. I'm gonna put one more coat on them. I ended up using this paint instead because it dries a lot faster, like really fast. 5 minutes it's touchable. So did one coat, sanded it down a little bit, hit another coat, and then I'm gonna hit one more and make sure it's got no imperfections or anything like that. If I need to, I'll sand it down one more time and then hit it with the last coat. All right, guys, so after tedious work, got both sides done. Not perfect, but try to get them as close to perfect as I could. Fitment is pretty good. I still need to adjust this mirror for sight. Haven't done that yet, but this one's all adjusted. And they're definitely, I mean, you're gonna have a lot smaller vision window, but if you adjust them properly, you can see kind of the location that you want to be at. And overall, I think it looks super cool, something different, and kind of giving those DTM vibes. I still don't know if I'm gonna end up keeping the plates black or not. I don't know, let me know what you guys think. Different views, different angles. I kind of feel like, I don't know, sometimes the black looks good, other times I think the silver might look a little better. So let me know what you guys think, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. All right, guys, well, that'll go ahead and do it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. I just got done adjusting the mirrors about 1,000 times because you got to get out of the car to do it, but nonetheless, I'm happy. I think they look cool. I'm happy with the kind of modification and the journey I went through to do this. Never seen it done before on a W203, so anyways, if it's something that you're interested in doing, hopefully this video will help you out. Upcoming videos, something inside this box, so be on the lookout, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.